Hey there, this is Anne of the Enchanted Cottage, Chicken Farm, Yodeling School, and Wild Puppy Playhouse. And I would like to tell you a story about this morning. All of our mornings are crazy. They're never the same. Ziggy wants to come up. Let's see how this goes. You're going to cook me a superstar? Good boy. You're going to come up and bite? Very good. Okay. I'm going to tell them a story about today, okay? You want to listen? You can listen. We have a new toy too, by the way, and I thought it'd be a good fit because all of our toys get defluffed. So this toy has no fluffing, but it annoys me in the sense because this sounds like they're into something bad. So I'm always on guard, and also this is now the coveted toy, so everybody is fighting over this toy, right? So I'm going to take it away, and here they all come. So anyway, I got some nice sleep this morning. It was a beautiful spring day in Sheboygan. Probably hit the 50s. Everybody's out in shorts, dog walking and running. And you know me, I'm still waiting for my blizzard. So, I dealt with a beautiful spring day. I could handle it. Good morning. So, I'm talking to one of my girlfriends on the telephone and having my coffee and looking out the window and thinking, oh, everything's kind of green and coming alive. And, oh, look, there's my chickens. Look how happy they are. And I thought, my chickens? My chickens were on a frolic. I had let them out the barn door and told them to go out to the habitat and look for worms because I knew it was going to be a good day for plucking around. But I neglected to check the front gate of the habitat, which had come dislodged with all of the ice and snow. So there are 9 of my hens. One was busy living in Virginia. 9 of my hens just taking a walkabout. But I know now how to get chickens back. You don't chase them like I did originally. That's a whole hoo-ha, flapping wings and scaring them. They really just want to go home, So if you go lead them back, they will follow. But they follow much better if you have worms. So I have my bucket of worms. I have my bucket. And I go up there and I'm trying to entice them back into the habitat. It was going well until right around my car, which is in the driveway, and that's where the hens were on both sides, are great mountains of ice that is still frozen. So it's spring everywhere else, mountains of ice around my car. And there are peaks and then valleys. And in the valley is a pool of ice water. So as I'm standing there with my bucket, as I'm standing there with my bucket, trying to get the chickens to follow me, I slid down the ice hill, landed pop right in the ice water, smashed my tailbone, which still hurts a whole lot, and I have some wonderful essential oil for pain, but I know where my tailbone is. I checked. I thought, no, you can't put oil there. I think that will hurt. So I'm a little tender, clunked my head on the car, and worse, spilled all of the worms into the ice water. So all of the chickens come to gather around and eat the worms off me. I get up tenderly, fall a few more times, go play. And then my challenge is now I have no worms. I have an empty bucket. So I have to get the hens back. So I go into the habitat and fill my bucket with sawdust and chips and pieces of dead grass, and then pretend like they are worms. I think they were onto me, but they cooperated. Finally, I got all 9 back, shut the door, and limped back in and did a complete change of clothes, and now I'm sitting tenderly. So, it's just sometimes you just never know when your chickens are going to take a walkabout. I don't think they're doing like a chicken run. It was just really beautiful, and they were out in my garden, and then they took off down the street. I should charge admission from my neighbors. I have neighbors across the street, and they're elderly. They don't get out much. So if something's going on in my house, like if Patty Dolan is over creating some whimsy on the floor, I take a picture and send it to them and say, this is what happened today. They're always thanking me because they'll say, we can't stay in your house. We wonder what she's doing in there. So I think I'm well guarded by my neighbors. You saw Ziggy. You've seen the littles. I have Mr. Riley here. Ooh, he's a big boy. He has an eating disorder, thanks to Ziggy picking on him. Oh, he's a big boy. This is Sir Riley. You haven't seen Mr. Riley for a while. Mm. And, dachshunds come in many flavors. Look how big you are. This is his favorite. This is his favorite. And some are long hair, some are short hair, some are wire hair. But Riley, as you know, is just fuzzy. He's got this fuzz all over him. And he's really my love boy, but because Ziggy sometimes is a bully, Riley now bites his fingernails, developed an eating disorder, and twitches. But Ziggy's going to therapy. Ziggy's being trained to be a superstar and not a street bug. So, we'll all restore ourselves to order. What? You already had your time in front of the camera. That was it. Anyway, I want to just wish you a joyous day. Life is here is just always so much fun, always something going on, somebody misbehaving or taking a walkabout. But the thing that we talked about at one of the initial times is if you just wake up in the morning knowing that it's going to be a good day, and no matter what happens, you'll find the beauty in it, you'll find that gem, and just something to make your heart sing. So anyway, take care, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you later from the Enchanted Cottage and Sheboygan.